Good morning, boys and girls. I hope this works well today. Mrs. K hasn't been having very much luck this week. Anyway, we are going to try, and Mrs. K really needs this, calming bottles we're going to make. So it's something that will be relaxing for the eyes, for your senses, for your feeling, for your touch. This is going to help you relax and something you can focus on when you're feeling stressed or nervous like I am these last 2 days. So let's get started. First off, you're going to find any kind of plastic bottle you have. I found a juice bottle that I'm going to use for this one. We're going to make it 3 different ways because each of them have different things that you may or may not have at home. So we're going to start off by filling up our bottle that we're going to use for our calming bottle and fill it up 2/3 with oil. So 2/3, that means past the halfway mark and just a little bit higher. So I'm going to go probably up to there. So this is about the halfway mark, so I went up a little bit higher. So we fill our calming bottle with oil, cooking oil, any kind that you have. Mrs. K's happened to using the corn oil. Then we're going to add 3 spoons of baking soda. And I keep my baking soda in a jar, and I have it labeled baking soda, but usually it comes in a box. So hopefully you have baking soda. If not, stay tuned, and we're going to try 2 other recipes out. And then we'll see which ones work best. So I'm going to add 1. Very carefully. 2. And I'm using heaping because the recipe didn't say whether it should be tablespoon or teaspoon. So I'm using a teaspoon, but it's pretty heaping. Oh, I hope I don't make a mess. Maybe I should go grab a tray just to be on the safe side. I'll be right back. Okay, now I have everything safely on a tray, so in case this explodes or does something funny on me, it'll be making a mess on the tray, which will be easier for me to clean up. Okay, so the next step, so we have 1/3 of our bottle has cooking oil in it, and we've poured some three spoons of baking soda to the bottom, and we're not mixing it, we're just letting it sit like that. Now in a little container, I'm going to use just a cup because I'm not going to put too much vinegar in here. We are going to put a little bit of vinegar. So we're going to judge the vinegar so that it doesn't go past our bottle. We need to have a bit of a gap at the top. And we are going to add 3 drops of food coloring into our vinegar. 1, 2, 3. Oops, 4 drops fell in. I don't think that'll make too much of a difference. And then we are slowly going to pour very slowly so we can watch and see what happens. Maybe I'll try and tilt it so you can see it better. Very slowly, we're going to pour the vinegar in. Oh, can you see? Oops, and it's effervescing. You can see the bubbles fizzing up, and we're going to pour a little bit more again, very slowly and carefully. And I hope you can see all the bubbles exploding to the top. I'm getting pretty close to the top. I think I added too much vinegar. Oh, no, I should be okay. So as the vinegar gets down to the baking soda, we have a chemical reaction, and it dissolves the baking soda and it makes it very bubbly. And then when our food coloring goes into the oil, it forms little balls, little circles. And then we're going to let that effervesce so that we get all the baking soda done. Actually, you know what? Let's try putting the lid on now, because you're not supposed to put the lid on too early, but we'll give it a try. And I brought a flashlight up, so maybe at nighttime, if you're watching your calming bottle, you can have it glow. This light is a little too bright. I'm going to turn it the other way, and you can see the difference it makes. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. Anyway, this one is one experiment of making a calming bottle with baking soda, vinegar, and oil, and food coloring. So unfortunately, if you don't have food coloring, I wonder if you can use maybe some spices, like some red paprika or some cumin is a nice yellowy orange, and you can make your calming bottle with those to give it some color. We are going to try another one with some other household items. So stay tuned and see you soon. Okay, so for our next recipe, we are going to use salt instead of the baking soda, and we're not going to use any food coloring. So if you don't have baking soda or food coloring, you can try this recipe. So this recipe you will need oil, water, and salt. Okay, here we go. So I've got my bottle, another plastic one. You can use any kind of bottles. You could even use mason jars or jam jars, but these ones are very fragile. Maybe you've got plastic jars that you had jam or peanut butter or something like that in that you can use. So we are going to measure out 1 cup of water, and I've brought some water up here in my big water bottle. So I'm going to carefully measure 1 cup of water, and I'm going to put this down here. Hopefully I won't knock it over and spill it. And we're going to carefully and slowly pour it into our cup, our bottle, our plastic bottle, to make our calming bottle. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of water there. And we are going to add about 1/3 of a cup of oil. So I'm going to look before I start, and I'm going to see that my 1/3 cup, 1/3, is right there. So 1/3 is 1/3. I'm going to hold it steady and pour my oil in. And I'm going to close my oil so we don't have any spills. And now I'm going to carefully add it. Now, you notice that my measuring cup has a nice spout. If your cup that you're using to measure doesn't have a good spout, you can use a funnel. I don't have a funnel right now, so luckily mine fits perfectly, and I can slowly and carefully pour the oil into my water. And you'll notice that the oil just sits on top of my water. Let's see if I tilt it, if you can see that better. So the oil is the yellow and the water is at the bottom. So the reason the oil and the water don't mix together is because the oil is lighter than water. The water is denser, so the oil just sits on top. Okay, now we are going to add our salt. And Mrs. K has her salt in a jar here, and it's labeled salt. And I think I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to carefully, now I need to make a funnel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of paper, and if you have a funnel at home, great. If not, then you could probably do the same thing. I've got a piece of paper, and I don't know where my scissors went, but I'm going to just tear off a little portion at the bottom, and I'm going to put my salt through the paper funnel I made so it can just slide down. And our salt is heavier, and it's sinking all the way to the bottom. It's going through the oil, so it's getting coated by the oil, and I think I'm going to put 3 tablespoons in. And it's just sliding down slowly. And once it gets soggy enough, I got clumps of salt there, jiggle it down. It should start effervescing and rising to the top. Okay, something didn't go right here. Let's find out. Okay, we got it figured out. We just had to shake our bottle so that the salt can disperse, and then it gives us our calming bottle effect. So then the salt and the oil combine, and then we'll get bubbles going up and down. You can see the bubbles starting to form and slide up. This one works a little slower than the other one. So let's try our experiment number 3, and we'll see which one works better. Hopefully you'll have some of these ingredients at home to try. Okay, let's stay tuned for experiment number 3. For our last experiment, we are going to use some water, oil, and Alka-Seltzer tablets. This, boys and girls, make sure you get permission and that mommy and dad are with you to try. I went to the pharmacy and I picked up some Alka-Seltzer tablets. And apparently this is supposed to work the best. So if you have parents this lying around in your medicine cabinet, you can do this with the boys and girls. So I pulled out 1 packet, and I'm going to chop up, the packet comes 2 in each. I think we only need 1. So I'm going to take that out and get that ready, and I'm going to pull you down so you can see. And we are going to start with, I'm going to break the Alka-Seltzer into, let's see how many pieces we get. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I broke the Alka-Seltzer into 5 pieces. Now we're going to start off with about 1/3 a cup of water. So I got my measuring cup there. We've got a plastic bottle again. And chances are I could probably put some more water in here. So I'll probably do 1/2 a cup of water. And then I'm going to use 1 full cup of oil just to make it a little taller. I should have probably measured, or before ripping the label off, I should have found out how much the volume of my juice bottle was, but that's okay. We can improvise. So I'm going to do a full cup of oil, and now I've added my water, and now I'm going to pour my oil in. Whoopsie. There we go. Oh, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to give some extra room at the top. I think I'm going to wipe the sides off because I saw a little bit of water and oil slip down, and I don't want to get all sticky and gooey. Okay, so we didn't put all the oil in. I'm going to add some food coloring to it now. And notice how the food coloring makes nice little balls and slides down to the bottom of the oil. And the oil seems to hold it there. And then we are going to start adding the Alka-Seltzer tablets in. And there we go. And we're going to see what happens. Oh, the Alka-Seltzer's bubbling up. So it's like the baking soda and the vinegar, and it just starts moving the food coloring out of the oil and down to the bottom with the water, and it starts moving the bubbles up through. So I'm going to keep the lid off until all my Alka-Seltzer has bubbled, and then we'll close it with the lid, because while it's bubbling, the gas needs to escape. And then we can gently turn our bottle up and down. And oh, maybe I added too much blue. It's kind of on the dark side. I think I'm going to add some sparkles. I don't know if we'll be able to see the sparkles that well because the blue's so dark, and I've got just light green sparkles. But we'll give it a try. I'm just going to jiggle in some sparkles and see what comes of it. I'm going to add another Alka-Seltzer tablet. Let that go down and see what happens now. And it keeps bubbling around. This is so cool and fun to watch. It just so relaxes you. And you can keep doing it, adding the rest slowly. We don't want the oil and the water to over bubble. I guess I have to hold it on a slant for you to see it better. And you can see the sparkles, not so great, but they blend in nicely. And that's it. Those are 3 ways of making a calming bottle. And again, you can add a flashlight on the bottom at night just to get a different feel for it. I hope you guys enjoyed making these calming bottles. They really relaxed and calmed me down. I might have to use one tomorrow during class to keep me calm if the Google Grid doesn't work. So thank you for joining me. I hope you got some of these supplies at home and that your calming bottle works for you. So whenever you're feeling stressed and anxious, it's nice just to have the bottle and just slowly tip it one way and tip it the other way, but really make sure that the lid is closed on tight. Maybe if moms or dads want to tape the lid closed to make sure no accidents happen, or even hot glue and put the lid on just to be on the safe side. Okay, thanks very much. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye-bye.